Well, I'm doing this DEF repair on a buddy of mine's truck, 16 Cascadia, I believe it is, and he was having some DEF issues. He's constantly getting derated. He had the truck at the shop numerous times, thousands of dollars later. I'm actually going to get him on the channel and get him interviewed so he can tell you guys about this, which is why I always say you gotta have somebody that's looking at this stuff that knows what they're looking at. But this is a tedious job on some trucks, and boy is this tedious on his. I had to do these lines on my truck, if you guys remember, the heater lines for the DEF, and it was a little bit more straightforward than on this one, but I gotta get these rusty clamp lines off. I got one off up here already, so thank God for that. And then I gotta take this rusty one off. Sometimes the bolts will break off if they're too rusty, but I got one off, so I'm hoping I can get the other one off and see if we can get him underated and regenning like he's supposed to be, so he stopped getting put down. And I gotta disconnect this lines over here. It's a little tight in here, so I'm on the passenger side over here getting ready to disconnect from the actual one box. And over there is all the lines and the heat shield for the lines on the DEF side, one box side where the exhaust is. So I'm gonna get this breaking down, finish getting the breakdown, trying to lose a little light. It's just been a doozy trying to get this done today, but we're gonna go ahead and get these lines disconnected and put together. I'm trying to show you guys what I'm working with here. So this is the passenger, far passenger on the double bunk style Cascadia, 16 and up. My unit don't look like this on the side, but another video, another time. So I just got to get those two lines disconnected, and then we'll be able to pull this line out of here. Stand by. So we've got the lines out. Long ass lines. So this is line 5 on this particular model. Heater line 5, and I believe it's the supply line. Those two go together. So I gotta make this line now, and we'll grab this stuff over here and we'll get this ran. Boy, this is a TD ass job on this truck, man. I mean, they really put it in there. So we're moving right along. We got this part out. We're gonna go ahead and keep it moving. All right, we got all the lines back on and brackets back on. Man, this thing was a bear. We got all our lines routed. As you can see, there's the drive shaft. There's all our new lines. And we got this fired up now. I'm trying to regen, hook the computer to it and see what we're getting. There's all the lines. It's about 3 in total. I'll go ahead and clean this doser injector out. So upon further investigation and looking at this, I realized how this line failed. If you look at the back of this, that's DEF fluid that's been running on top of this or down it. It might have failed internally with the seal and caused it to leak, possibly shorten out the element. And this element was so hard on here, I had to literally pull it off, force it off, and when I got it off, it literally broke in my hand, and this is what came out. So pretty sure that was what his problem was as far as one of the heater lines go. This is the piece that broke out of the line, and the strings like kind of wrapped around it. The coil is wrapped around this, and I guess that's what heats up the DEF fluid, quote unquote. Doser is definitely a little plugged.
Later.
Alright, I'm doing a part regen. Temperatures are coming up quickly now, and the engine even sounds better while it's doing its regen. It's a consistent dose. I pulled out the doser. I think I posted it previous. I had to cut the video and start shooting this one, so I think I did or not, I don't know. But anyway, pulled the doser out. Did have a little bit of carbon on it. I cleaned it up, cleaned out the hole in the turbo, and this regen is sounding really good right now. I mean, I still got both of my check engine lights, and my DEF light is flashing, but we can't do anything until we finish this regen. So I'm going to let it go ahead and do its regen, and then after the regen, I'm going to do a NOx SCR efficiency conversion test, and then that I don't know what that was about. Computer went blank on me. But after we do the SCR test, I don't know why I keep saying SR. After we do the SCR test, I'm tired, guys. I've been out here all day with this thing. But after I do the SCR test, that should clear the truck out, and hopefully he doesn't have any more problems with this SCR system. So I ain't gonna make you guys wait on this, but we'll catch back with you guys. Boy, what a job. Y'all notice anything? All those lights gone. Our DEF is not blinking no more. And man, it was really a job getting this together, man. My buddy was having, some convergency issues, and he was having a hard code in here that had them derated, which is a common thing. This is a common thing with these later model DD15s, 2016s, whatever, where you have the actual DEF light under there where the bars off. The little circle light will be flashing. You have your both amber lights on, check, and the regular amber. And a lot of the problem is software and efficiency dealing with the for short we're gonna call it an NH3 LARMF, which is a part of the after treatment system. And it's really a fault on Detroit, because they know that it's an issue, and then the only way that you can really fix it is you have to bring those numbers up. And most of the time, if the numbers is under 91 percentile, it's going to cause that light to come on. This is not the efficiency we're talking about. This is not the NOx efficiency number that you see normally, where you can look on the diagnostic link and see it. This, you have to really dig in to find this. As a matter of fact, I got, so this here where it says ASL NH3 LARMF COM, this is basically, again, it's a part of the after treatment control module. I'm trying to not put my hand in the way and do this, but you see it's part of the after treatment control module. But right here, this value should be at 1.00000, which stands for 1,000. So he's at 1,000% right now, and after the repair and the efficiency conversion test, and then the max is 1,000, right over here. It's max is 199, whatever. So basically it's 1 point. But the minimum on his says 50, but the light will be on way by then. Now, with this being said, he had a doser issue. His doser was clogged, which wasn't, it was a little clogged where it wasn't really getting hot enough. And then he also had a bad heater line. Now on the 16s, that heater line will derate you. On my truck, which is a 14, will not derate you. So he had took the truck into the shop numerous times, spent crazy money. Again, I was telling you guys that earlier, and I'm just going to get him on here. He's got his own authority, my boy Reg, and after spending, you know, thousands of dollars, he decided to call me and, you know, let me help him out to actually figure out what was going on. And that was what prompted the whole changing of the heater lines and everything else. So he had literally 2 heater lines that failed, and it was erratic, so it was a short in them, so it would cause it to come on and come off. So not only was he having that issue, and the truck was also derating him on that, he also was having a slightly clogged doser injector, which wasn't allowing him to get to the temperature that he needed, and it also wasn't allowing the DPF to flow in. So I had to do the lines, because you can't even do the efficiency test or the SCR test if there's any problem. And the computer kept saying that there was SCR problem, but the codes that he had was saying that it was you know, it was the check engine light and the DEF light, and they actually have a code for the lights. The lights have codes, and those were the only 2 codes that were in there. But under that, I seen the old codes and the previous codes, and then randomly the DEF codes would pop up, and then they would disappear, and it would pop up, and it was like real erratic. I was like, this is the problem. And then digging into the codes themselves, I found out that those light codes are telling you, one, the DEF light codes telling you that there's a potential SCR problem, where the check light and if the check light and the DEF light are blinking, the check one is usually going to mean there's a SCR problem, and the DEF light usually means there's probably there's a DPF problem. And in his case, he had them both, because the SCR is going to be the lines, the system of the lines, and the DPF is going to be the fluid spraying. I was trying to explain to him the misconception is people keep referring to the, oh, my DEF system. It's no DEF system. DEF is what you put in the truck. It's a SCR system, or after treatment system. But the after treatment is the SCR system, which is selective catalyst, is what that stands for, recirculation. So when people say, oh, my DEF, I'm having these DEF, it's not you're having a DEF, you're having an SCR problem. If you looking at the code and not realizing that the codes are saying SCR and what part of the SCR system, be it the DEF DPF side or the SCR side, you know this, and you're going to be lost. And this is why a lot of guys take their trucks to places and these guys can't figure it out, and they say, you know what, man, just delete it. We're going to delete it. We're going to just get rid of it. And here, changing all his lines, $500-600 problem in parts, you know what I mean? And I'm going to get him on here and I'm going to let him tell you guys his side of it. And but we got them together. And I'm really thinking about just opening up a after treatment shop, period, and just deal with it, deal with the after treatment. So this is your boy Q Deezy, Double Easy. Another episode all about semis. Stay on top of them trucks.